Hey guys, welcome to Darrell Intense. I don't know if you can see the sign on the building behind me, but we are in paradise, as a matter of fact. We've come out to Smithville Lake. Son-In-Law Royce and I are going to spend the night on the lake tonight, and just gonna enjoy a nice summer evening together. We've talked about making pizza tonight in a cast iron skillet. That's on the menu, but first we're stopping in here to the general store here in paradise. Okay, now don't judge me. And I realize this is the second time in 2 consecutive videos that I've told you not to judge me. But here's the thing. We've got a change in plans. We're going to save the pizza for another day. We are going to cook a dessert once we get to the campground. But the food in paradise is heavenly. So we've ordered ourselves a couple of fully loaded tenderloins with cheese and a couple of orders of fries, because you know what, there are some things that are worth not cooking over a campfire. So we're still camping, we're still going to the tent. Oh yeah, we're going to be at the lake, but while here at the Paradise General Store, we're getting the food that is heavenly. That's a fact. Don't judge me now. I'm going to show you why we're eating it as soon as it comes. All right, take a look at that. Now this right here, this is exactly why we're not cooking tonight. That's a beautiful tenderloin that was breaded right after we ordered it, and those are the fries, and hey, this is gonna work. Okay, well, I've got some fat wood tonight, and I've got my my big blade, and I'm gonna see if I can't scrape up some shavings and see if we can't light a fire. I don't know if we can, but hey, it's worth a shot. So I've got some shavings, and then make a few curly cues, and then I'll try and bunch all this together. And all that fat wood is just from the center of pine. You can actually buy it in bundles from most lumber yards if you can't actually find the stuff you're looking for out in the wild. But this may work, folks. Now the key to a fire is just starting with small thin wood and working your way up to big logs. If you were to take a big log and throw it on right now, you would have a mess. But fuel and oxygen and heat makes a fire. Man, that is spectacular. The sun's going down on Smithville Lake, and I'm hoping I can get over to it in time to get you a really good view. Beautiful. Well, we're sitting back by the lake, watching the fire, watching the sun go down. Interestingly, not a lot of mosquitoes. I've got the camp kitchen here. If you haven't had a chance to check out that video, pretty pleased with the camp kitchen. And I've got the Members Mark tent over here. The instant tent goes up in a couple minutes. Terrific. We've got the cots in there, and if you haven't had a chance to see my cot setup, there's a video. I'll put some links up in the upper corners, and you can watch those if you haven't had a chance to see it. Yeah, we're gonna kick back and watch the fire and just kind of jaw for a little bit. Well, I'm gonna try and redeem myself. A couple of posts ago, I made some I made some cornbread that overflowed my container, and it just didn't work. So I think I've got an answer. I think I've got an answer. I'm going to make a blueberry muffin, and I'm going to put it in this, well, I told you before about this pot that I bought at a Army surplus store for $5, and it's 2 pots with a skillet lid, and I think I can make it function like an oven. So that's the plan for tonight. Blueberry muffin, just add water or milk. We're going to go with the water tonight. Okay, so I'm going to start with a cooking spray in the pan that I'm going to use. And I'm going to mix up the blueberry muffin mix with the right amount of water. 1/2 cup of water or milk. Okay, sure, why not? Well, worst case scenario, we can always add more water. That's right. Well, my goal is going to be that I actually mix this up inside the bag, so I'm not cleaning another pan. This is the Duncan Hines. No, correction. This is the Betty Crocker. Don't you even use the D word. This is the Betty Crocker blueberry muffin mix. Now, we went with the blueberry muffin mix for one simple reason. Royce said he liked blueberry muffins. So there you go. And this is what we got. So this is actually mixing up quite nicely. And I'm going to just see if I can squeeze. Man, we got some people partying in the campsite next to us, and I'll tell you what, I think it's karaoke night. The problem that I had with the cornbread mix was that the cornbread was just, there was too much mix for the bowl that I was using. So I believe I have rectified that tonight, not by making less mix, less batter, but by a bigger pan. So see if I can't spread that around inside that pan just a little bit. Now, what I did last time was I put some bolts at the bottom of the pan, and honestly, it just didn't work out well because they still weren't high enough up to be able to get my main pan off of the floor of the oven. And so I had some pretty good scorches as a result of that. So what I'm doing tonight is I'm taking some aluminum foil and I'm folding it over to about a 1/2 inch, which is about at least twice as large as the nuts that I had at the bottom last time. Now you're saying, well, okay, you're folding it over at a 1/2 inch, sure, but how are you going to make that work? Well, funny you should ask. I'm going to kind of wrap it like that, and then I'm just going to kind of loosen a little bit and make a stand at the bottom, right, for my pot to sit on. Okay, that's the way that's going to work. Now I'll put the lid on this skillet as it is, and then I'm going to get out my sterno pot, and yeah, let's bake this for about 15 minutes and see what happens tonight. Okay, so we ran out of sterno, so we're going to move this whole canister over to the fire and put some fire underneath the grate, and seeing if that will warm this thing up and make that go. All right, we're going to put that on there for about 5 minutes and see if that is enough time to be able to finish that muffin. Okay, that's been on this fire for 5 minutes. I'm going to see what it looks like now. All right, let's pull this off and see how close we are. Well, you know what? It comes out good. Toothpick's clean. Would you look at that? Well, now, folks, that's just pretty near perfect. A little bit of a char there. What do you think of that, Royce?
I think it'll just
A little bit of a char there right in the middle.
Nice texture.
But all in all, by George,
I bet it eats just
I
fine.
think we've got ourselves a blueberry muffin.
That's right.
All right, well, let's cut this and let's get the damage assessment. Wow. Would you take a look at that? We've got ourselves a beautiful blueberry muffin. That worked. We're baking. Started over sterno, finished it over a campfire. Now we're going to eat it. In fact, oh yeah. That's wonderful. A little hot, but it's good. Well, I think we're both rather happy with the way the blueberry muffin turned out. Royce, were you happy with the way the blueberry muffin turned out?
Very satisfied.
Good, good. All right, well, we've got the shop fan going, and I don't know if you can see it, but we've got the bug zapper. That light is actually a purple light bug zapper, just for any residual mosquitoes that think they're going to feast for the night. They're wrong. 11:45, we're calling it a night. We'll catch you in the morning. Well, it's about 7:30 this morning, and beautiful, beautiful morning. Royce and I just made ourselves a cup of coffee on the MSR wind burner. We're going to talk about the organization of the morning, and then we're going to tear this stuff down and go back to the real world. Been a great day, though. Great night. You slept well.
Slept incredibly well. Nice and relaxing. Perfect
As
night.
did I. As did I. Beautiful night, beautiful day, and yeah, Smithville Lake, great, great sight. We've got some geese over there, and if if Royce can run over there and go catch one, we've got a pretty nice lunch that we're looking at today. Well, that did it. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, would you subscribe to it? Click the like button. And also, after you subscribe, click the notification bell. God bless.